Hello beautiful people, welcome back. Today I will be showing you my updated hair routine. We are starting off on freshly washed and conditioned hair. For my shampoo, I use the Biolage Ultra Hydra Source shampoo, and for my conditioner, I use the Biolage Ultra Hydra Source conditioning balm. I've already done half of my head, so now we are going to do the other half. First, I'm going to go in with my leave-in conditioner. One of the leave-in conditioners I'll be using is the CurlSmith multitasking conditioner. I like this one because it can be used as a leave-in, rinse out, or deep conditioner. After I evenly distribute that, I go in with my second leave-in conditioner, which is the Mielle Pomegranate and Honey leave-in conditioner. I don't always do this, I just felt like I needed it today. Then I brush that section through with my detangling brush. My favorite brush lately is the Denman D38. As someone who has been natural all 27 years of her life, I feel like this is the most gentle brush I've ever used. Then I'm going to apply my sealant. Today I'm using the Life and Pursuit's Amla Brahmi hair oil. When I get really dry scalp, this is the only oil that seems to help. Plus, I feel like it's the perfect weight. However, I did say I wanted to experiment with grease because I've heard it's a better sealant. When I've used it in the past though, it seemed like no matter how light-handed I was, it was just too much. But I was also using Blue Magic, which I've heard is on the heavier end of grease. African Hair God has recommended a few light ones on his page that I said I wanted to invest in. Now that I've finished that section, we're just going to repeat these steps all throughout my hair. Now I know the title said I was growing my hair back to tailbone length, so let me explain. In July of this year, I cut about 12 inches off my hair. I did this for a variety of reasons, honestly. I was going through a transitional period and ended up neglecting it. I rushed and improperly detangled it. I left it in braids while wet for days on end. And not only that, but I also wasn't doing my hair treatments when I needed to. I wasn't deep conditioning like I needed to, and I wasn't doing my protein treatments when I needed to as well. Reason number 2 is I wasn't keeping up with my trims. I was going to get trims, and I knew they weren't addressing all of the damage I had, but I didn't speak up on it. And so I'd always end up leaving the salon with still damaged ends, and that just contributed to my extended wash days, which only increased my frustrations with my hair. I waited too long in between trims as well, partially because I couldn't find a stylist that I really trusted, to be honest with me. Also, I think a lot of people were too scared to cut off my length, but I'm a person who cares more about health over length. Also, the final reason why I felt like me cutting off my hair was necessary was because I was doing too many wash and goes. I had bad ends that were already pretty bad, but then I added wash and goes, which caused your ends to be extremely exposed, and I ended up with a lot of single strand knots. My hands were always in my hair too, which is something that I'm personally trying to work on. And I was also one of the people who at the time was doing the no oils, no butters trend. While I do feel like it's an effective method for like certain hair types, ultimately I was washing too often, I was using too little product, and then I was leaving it out to tangle. So it just ended up wreaking havoc on my ends. And combining all of those factors together, I just felt like it would be best if I cut my hair. So yeah, this go round, I'm doing things a little bit differently. I will probably be incorporating more of my braids, but making sure my hair is dry all the way. I know in this video, it looks like I'm still doing a wash and go, but what I usually end up doing after my hair dries is misting it the next day and then putting it in like chunky plaits, essentially. I find that my hair is so thick that even when I try to towel dry it first or blow dry it in braids, it still is damp or wet the next day. So this is just the method that I use. I wasn't able to get any pictures, but here's a clip of it. Probably about 90% dry before I braided it. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!